Hello! Well, it's been Christmas again, hasn't it? And so to celebrate the season, I thought I'd tell you a sweet little story that has absolutely nothing to do with Christmas whatsoever. A couple of months ago, whenever someone was in my house who wanted to use the Wi-Fi, which happened surprisingly often, people I know, I mean, and people didn't just walk in off the street and say, hey, can I use your Wi-Fi? But anyway, whenever they did, the people I know, not the whenever people would be in my house wanting to use the Wi-Fi, they would look at the list on their phone or iPad or whatever it was they happened to have with them and they'd say, Dave, is this one yours? And each and every single one of them pointed to the same entry on the list. But it wasn't mine. Why did they think it was? Well, because at the time, ours was the name of our ISP followed by a string of numbers. We just left it the way it was when we got the router. But there was another entry on the list, presumably belonging to someone in the immediate area, called Teenage Mutant Ninja Wi-Fi. All of them were quite right to assume that that might be our Wi-Fi. I am half of a couple, both of whose childhoods were completely dominated for a while by the Ninja Turtles, neither of whom has quite ever let them go ever since. Witness this, one of the first things you see as you enter our home. Look at them, aren't they great? Dave, there's an error there. Why are they all Raphaels? Shut up. But no, it wasn't ours. Why wasn't it ours? Why didn't we have one with a name like that? And then an idea struck me. Thinking through other childhood favourite franchises, I changed the name of our Wi-Fi to Mighty Morphin Power Wi-Fi. And I did this not without ulterior motive. See, I thought what might happen is that the owners of Teenage Mutant Ninja Wi-Fi might see that we'd changed ours to Mighty Morphin Power Wi-Fi and think, it's on. And they might change the name of their Wi-Fi to something else based on another childhood franchise, and then we'd change ours and they'd change theirs, and so on and so on and so on and so on and closer to the camera like this. And then I'd have material for a video about it that you guys could all enjoy. See? Ulterior motive. So there was Teenage Mutant Ninja Wi-Fi, now there was Mighty Morphin Power Wi-Fi, and all I had to do was sit back and wait because it was on. And then, just a few days later, it was off. I called up the list of available Wi-Fi connections in and around the area, and then I saw it. The land before time. The land before time. Where can I go from here? After the land before time. How can I come back from that? This could have been a beautiful thing. This could have been a war and a friendship all in one. I don't know who these people are. They might be next door, they might be over the road. I don't know who it is. But they've destroyed me. But I can't just let it end there. This is a great thing. It's got to continue, right? We've got to keep coming up with new names. So I'm going to need help. I'm going to need people out there who know more about Wi-Fi technology than I do to give me some of those words so that I can craft new puns out of them, because I haven't got anything. And this war deserves to be fought. It deserves to go on. I think I've been defeated at the very first post, but let's keep it going anyway. And the reason I told you this story while sitting here in front of the Christmas tree where you found me last year is because I wanted to introduce the theme of having to come up with new and interesting ideas on a similar topic over and over and over again. Because it's one thing to be in competition with somebody else, and it's a similar but quite different thing to be in competition with yourself, which is the situation that my mother finds herself in. You might remember that last year I introduced you to a bit of a family tradition that we have going on, where I used to not eat Christmas cake as a child because I was fussy and didn't like it, and still am and don't. And so to make up for this, my mum would make something festive out of marzipan for me to eat while everyone else ate their cake. Last year's construction was a flying Easter Island head as seen in Super Mario Land and Super Mario Land with lyrics. Here it is, resembling a smushed version of the actor Earl Carpenter. Now, I don't expect my mum to have to do this every year, you see. She doesn't have to keep coming up with new ideas or knowing what I'm into with a sufficient amount of detail to be able to construct icons based on them out of marzipan. But she has! Because this year, some of you won't know what this is, and if you don't know what it is, then it'll be because you haven't listened on the occasions when we've tried to sell to you our comics. See, as well as making songs and blithering on to you and so on, I also make comics, and these are available from dumpylittlerobot.com. Dumpy Little Robot is the name that me and my girlfriend give ourselves when we make comics together, and this... it's a dumpy little robot! I've extracted it from its box now, damaging it slightly along the way. Here it is. It came with the apologies of my mother, who felt that she hadn't really done it justice, but no, look, come on, that's exactly the Dumpy Little Robot. This is the logo that we've been using the entire time we've been called Dumpy Little Robot. This is the Dumpy Little Robot, which in turn is a character... no, you'll find out soon enough. And now I get to eat it! It's still nice. I assumed that it would be a little bit stale because I had to leave it a couple of days because the floor has been a state, and you know, tidy up the floor on Boxing Day. You leave your stuff everywhere and you play with it and you root through it, you know? So thanks again to Mum for a marzipan thing. By the way, last year when I made the video, a lot of you were going, "What's marzipan? I've never heard of marzipan." Well, have some marzipan, you'll find out. You might like it, you might hate it. A lot of people do. A lot of people love it. It's one or the other. And other than that, happy Christmas. You've had Christmas, but happy. Yeah, PS3, not 4. I'm catching up, right?
Team Tomato Day, Team Tomato Day, youtube.com/Team Tomato Day.
Oh, and by the way, look at this. I've been a big fan of the snowman since I was tiny. So I've got this lovely Thornton snowman. Hooray, isn't that nice? It looks made out of white chocolate. The snowman was my first birthday cake that I remember having. It was, Mum made it, it was in the shape of the snowman. It was covered in coconut shavings, whatever you call those, covered in coconut to make the snow. And I took a slice of it with me every day for the first, I don't know, week or however long it lasted, of school that I was ever at school. I had a little bit of it, chunk of it in my sandwich box every day wrapped up. Oh, gee, I can still remember how it was beautiful cake. It was a lovely cake. And I used to be allergic to milk and eggs, so I don't know what it was made of. Yeah, not allergic to them anymore. So yeah, take a look at this snowman here. He's pretty much accurate to the snowman, except, wait a minute, there's one little detail. Thorntons? What are you doing, Thorntons? You've just drawn a hat on the front of his hat.